Hi everyone, and welcome to our first Cinderford Church's Messy Church at Home. I know it's a little bit strange to be doing this at home, but hopefully everyone is staying home and staying safe as we've been asked to. So we thought it'd be fun to be able to do something together, even though we can't meet together at church. So in some ways this is going to be a very short Messy Church because it's a bit of a practice, and then hopefully we'll have a much longer one ready for everybody on Easter Sunday. So the first thing we're going to do is have a story from the Bible. You may recognise this story, but listen carefully and see if you can see if it's a bit different. Over to Elaine and Dave.
A floating zoo. When God looked at all the people he'd made, he sighed at the sight of them.
They're really quite bad. It makes me feel sad. I think I should start again.
He managed to find just one good man, though. Noah was his name.
Build a big boat. Make sure it will float. I warn you, it's going to rain.
Noah warned all his neighbours the rains would come, but they all just laughed in his face. Your boat is a joke. Who cares if it floats? We never get floods in this place.
Now, Noah,
God said,
here's another small job. I want you to build me a zoo. Hippos and hares, beavers and bears. A couple of each will do.
So Noah collected a world full of beasts, menageried 2 by 2. Donkeys and dogs, ferrets and frogs, kittens and kangaroos. And when Noah looked at the beasts on board and all of the family too, God shut the door. It started to pour. Just 8 members in the crew. So Noah, his wife, their 3 sons and wives were safe as the waters rose high. But down on the ground, everyone drowned as rain fell in sheets from the sky. For 40 long days and 40 long nights, the rain never ceased to fall. Water like fountains covered the mountains, no bits of land left at all. Floating around in the watery world 150 days. Noah just waited. He hoped and he prayed that the floods would all just go away. Noah sent from his hand a bird to find land, but the bird could find nothing at all. So Noah sent a white dove instead. And when it came back with a leaf, he knew at long last that the flooding was past and his passengers all could leave. So out they all poured, and God told them plain to claim the whole world fresh and new.
Fill up my world with boys and with girls, and yes, baby animals too.
Then up in the sky, God painted a sign. A rainbow, a promise above.
I never will send rain like this rain again and cover the world in a flood.
Thanks, Elaine and Dave. That was really great. What a great fun way to have the story of Noah. Now we're going to do a craft together. So we're going to do, for our craft today, we're going to make a rainbow collage. So the things that you will need are some paper, and if you don't have any paper at home, you could use the inside of a box, so a cereal box or anything else that you've got. You'll want some scissors, either some glue or some sellotape, and any kind of glue would work. And then I've got some crayons and colouring pencils, but if you've got felt tips or even just a normal pencil, that would be fine. And then you want some different things to make the colours on your rainbow collage. So I've got some magazines, some coloured scrap paper, some flyers that have come through the door, some food packaging, and then I've got some bits of ribbons and fabric, just like we would have for our collage making when we make them at Messy Church. So the first thing I've done is draw a picture of a rainbow, and I've already done one. So I've done mine in traditional rainbow colours, but you could do yours in any colours that you want. So mine's like a rainbow that you would see in the sky. So I've got red and orange and yellow and green and blue and purple, because I only had one purple crayon. So normally you'd see indigo and violet, which are two different types of purple. So the next thing you want to do, once you've drawn your rainbow, and you could draw it in any colour that you want, or just draw it with a pencil if you would like to, is cut up some of your things to make the collage. So you probably just want fairly small squares. So if we cut a few, so there's a bit of yellow, and then if we do some green, and obviously you're going to want a fair bit to cover your collage, and it depends how big of a rainbow that you've drawn as to how big you want it to be. So if we're going to cut up lots of this, and then we will join back together in a moment. So we've now got all our different pieces in the different colours. So I'm going to start with the red. So I'm just going to use different types of red so that we get that nice collagey look like we do when we make collages at Messy Church. And obviously part of the reason we're wanting to make a rainbow today is from the story that we heard before, where with Noah and the flood, and God put a rainbow in the sky at the end of the flood as a symbol of hope. And you might have seen, when you've been on a walk, rainbows popping up in different people's windows at the moment as symbols of hope that something better is going to come. And at the end of every storm, whether that's a storm that we see in life or a storm in the sky, that there's something better to come. So if you carry on and do each colour in turn, then you'll end up with a beautiful rainbow. So that's our collage all finished. And so the thing to remember when you get ready to put this in your window and when you see them in other people's windows is that when God put the rainbow in the sky after Noah, it was a promise to Noah and a promise to all of us. And it also shows us that there's hope. There's always hope. So you might want to add the word hope to your rainbow before you pop it in your window. And every time you see a rainbow in the sky, or when you're out on a walk at the moment for your exercise each day, if you count the rainbows in other people's windows, you might see them and remember the sign of God's hope. Dear God, thank you for the reminder of your promise every time we see a rainbow in the sky. Thank you for the hope that the rainbows we see bring. Please help us to remember that there is hope always. Hope that is new each morning. Hope in Jesus. And hope for our future with you. Amen. Thank you, and we'll see you guys soon.